Just kidding. I'm going to go at actual pace here because we're going to talk about covalent compounds. We've just talked about really complicated rules for ionic compounds. Covalent compounds are crazy easy compared to that. Because they're shared, it's just really naming stuff very, very explicitly. Remember, shared compounds or covalent compounds have shared electrons, and let's figure out how to name them. Covalent compounds are also called type 3 compounds, and they contain no metals. Remember, if you have a metal, that's going to form a cation, and cations are ionic bond forming. Prefixes are needed to denote the number of atoms present, because again, we're not bonding with ions, so there's not going to be a typical ratio. So you need to actually show that with prefixes. And these are not ions. They're elements that form compounds by sharing valence electrons with other elements. Nonmetals, metalloids, and sometimes even some noble gases will form covalent compounds. Covalent compounds also called molecular compounds. So let's talk about the rules for naming type 3 binary covalent compounds. The first is write down the first element in the formula. It's always named first. Use the full name. Second is named with the root I. That's the second element. You chop off the end. You add "ide" in there, similar to ionic compounds that don't have polyatomic ions. And then prefixes are used to denote the number of atoms present. We have mono for 1, di for 2, tri for 3, tetra for 4, penta for 5, hexa for 6, hepta for 7, octa for 8, nona for 9, and deca, like decathlon, for 10. And the prefix mono is never used for naming the first element. Carbon dioxide is a covalent compound, but you would never say monocarbon dioxide. And grammatically, you're not going to have AO. You will drop the A on the prefix. No OO, drop the O on the prefix. That's why mono or penta-O, you're just going to drop the A or drop the O. So let's go over some examples. CCl4, let's just get them all in here. So CCl4 is carbon tetrachloride. Again, first element is carbon. We have 4 chlorides. We need to say there are 4, so it's carbon tetrachloride. NO2 is nitrogen dioxide. IF5 is iodide iodine. You're not going to change the first element. Iodine pentafluoride. And then I'm going to let you do this one. See if you can figure it out. N2O5. This should be a subscript. And how about number 5? Nitrogen monoxide. What is the formula? Well, I don't see any prefixes, so it's an N. And I know mono means 1, so it is NO. Phosphorus pentachloride. No prefix. So I'm going to say just regular old phosphorus. P and pentachloride. There's 5 of them. PCl5. And then sulfur hexafluoride, I'll let you do yourselves. How about PF5? Well, that looks pretty similar to one above, but we just take the P, that's a phosphorus, take the F, that's a fluor, but we know it needs to end in ide. We have 5 of them, that's penta, phosphorus pentafluoride. How about 9? Sulfur trioxide. How about this guy? Not sure. You guys name that one. See if you can figure it out. And then number 11, I'm going to let you name as well. So that'll be the practice that you guys do before you come in and try to take that ion quiz. Or the ion. All right. I'll let you guys figure that out. Try to do these before you come in and take that covalent compound naming quiz.